Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You tried lifting your lid, but the enormous weight on the lid is preventing you from owning it. You then try to bang on the lid to maybe unsettle the dirt, and someone might notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help, you know you can't do it on your own, but you don't know where to turn. In reality, there are people there to help you. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing their fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you're abusing drugs and alcohol that maybe, just maybe, you might overdose and take something away that God had given you called life? With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person I'm talking about here that went to their grave without getting help. Instead, be the person that picks up the phone and calls me at 844-405-HELP. 844-405-HELP, and let me help you take your life back. For your life is gone. Folks, at night when you take your slippers off, instead of putting them under your by the edge of your bed, put them under your bed. Stick them way under your bed. In the morning when you wake up, you'll be forced to go look for them. And while you're on your knees looking under the bed for your slippers, ask God. Utilize God. Ask God for guidance and direction, for asking for mercy and forgiveness. Thank God for everything you have in life that's so wonderful. Things like your husband, your wife, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. Things like a home, food, clothing, children, grandchildren. These are the things you should be thanking God for every day, and there's no better time to do it than first thing in the morning. Speak to God, ask God for guidance and direction, ask God to help you each and every day, and let today be the first day of your brand new life. Utilize Knee-mail, K-N-E-E, mail, on your knees each and every morning. Now get those slippers, put them on, stand straight up, and walk with God 24/7. I want to talk about 8 powerful ways to release pressure from your life. Sometimes it can feel like we are carrying a piano on our back. The weight is so heavy. Pressure can really wear you down, folks. Too much pressure can make a lot of us angry, feed up or sad, or simply over time knock you out cold with a burnout. Now, I don't know about your mind works, but personally, I perform better without a lot of pressure. It's easier to focus on your task and not second guess or hold yourself back when you feel light and you feel relaxed. Like most problems in life, this one is mostly on our minds. You can actually remove some of the pressure before it gets the best of you. Here are just a few things, approximately 8 things to accomplish just exactly what I just said. And the first thing that you might want to do is don't listen too much to what other people have to say, or worry about what they might think about, or think about you, I should say, or getting their validation. If you use too much time and energy to focus on those 3 things that I just mentioned, you might be heading down a pretty harmful road. And the thing is, most people aren't thinking about you at all. What you do and your problems as much as what you may fear anyway that they might be thinking about you. They are too busy focused on their own situations, their own life, and their own challenges. An important part of this is not to see yourself through the eyes of other people. See yourself through the eyes of you. Doing that can build a self-image and expectations that became very hard to live up to. It can make you end up filled with negative feelings that won't help anybody involved. And as I said above, you don't really know what other people think of you anyway, nor should you care. Your worries about what people may think about you are probably mostly in your head anyway. What they might actually think about you shouldn't take too serious anyway. It's just their opinion, and such things are often more guy-girl opinions, or just rumors, or just self-talk. Forget about perfectionism is number 2. Perfectionism is pretty pointless. You're just putting unnecessary pressure on you and thereby reducing your ability to do an excellent job each and every day. Take a look at the next point to find out a better replacement for perfectionism. Number 3 is focus on the process, not the outcome. Detaching from the possible outcomes and just keeping your focus on the work you are doing makes it easier to both live and live up to your potential by reducing many of your inner mental obstacles such as performance anxiety and other worries. You can read more about this in a book that I found on Google. It's called The Relaxifying Secret to Success. Number 4 is be okay with mistakes and failure. This one ties to the 2 previous tips. If you allow yourself to make mistakes, you'll be less prone to get yourself stuck in perfectionism. And the world won't collapse if you don't make mistakes or fail. The morning of the day when you learned when you learned how to ride a bike and you fell off it time and again, didn't you get up and try again? But you just brushed it off, perhaps cried for a minute or two, and got on that bike again and continued trying. And towards the afternoon or the next day, you probably started becoming much better at riding a bike. This same method applies to your everyday living. You work on your social skills, you work on your skills to sharpen them. See failure or rejection not as something incredible negative that might end your life if it strikes, but turn it around in a positive way, saying, I learned something new today. Redefine it in your mind as a lessen the negative emotional impact of fear. See failure simply as a feedback on what you need to improve on. Listen to the advice that failure gives you, and you will improve. Number 5 is just do it, my friends. If you often get stuck in procrastination and get a little done with pressure, the pressure will build up, and you'll know that you're just doing it is a great way to get out of overthinking or procrastinating state that get going when you wanted to. But it's not always so easy. Then everybody would be doing it. So what is the problem? I think 2 important factors that you get too wrapped up in, or I get wrapped up in each and every day, is closely identified with your thoughts and emotions. But you aren't them. You're the observer of them. So you don't have to obey what your thoughts or your emotion resistance may say. You can get going anyway. For more explanation, continue watching this video. Number 6 is to cut down on busy work and unimportant stuff. Feeling like you just have to do too much and too little for the most important things in life sometimes can wear you down. Then you probably need to do some decluttering in your life. Eliminate some of the less important stuff. Prioritize what is really important and spend most of your time on that. And what is the most important should be 80% of your life. What's not should only be 20%. Do not get stuck in the unimportant busy work. And then if you do, ask yourself this: is this what I'm really going to do right now that useful? A few times through the day. To remember, actually ask yourself this, consider writing it down on a piece of paper where you can see it each and every day. Maybe leave it on your refrigerator. I also think it's important to realize that you don't have to do everything that you are doing. You always have a choice. Make the right choices. Sometimes there be big consequences if you choose or not choose something, but you always have a choice. So make the choices count most. Number 7 is don't take things very seriously all day. I'm not saying you shouldn't do a good job or you should avoid responsibilities, but having an attitude that the sky will fall down if something goes wrong is an inaccurate attitude to have, and it's not good in your head to perform these type of thoughts each and every day. I guess this one ties into many other tips that we had talked about before. So don't take everything seriously. Do the job as seriously as you can, but don't take the outcome very seriously. Realize you have a choice about what your attitude, which of your attitudes you should adopt, just like when you choose to do or not to do. It might take some time to replace an old increment habit for another, but over time you can do it. If you like further tips, continue watching. Actually, one further tip. And then number 8 would be take the 30 belly breaths. This one is the most temporary solution compared to the ones above, but it also is an immediate solution. If you're feeling pressured and stressed out right now, you can use a few dozen belly breaths to relieve some of that. Sit in a relaxing position with your legs apart. Put both your hands on your stomach. Using your stomach, breathe slowly through your nose. If you're doing it right, your stomach will expand and you will feel it with your hands. Breathe out slowly through your nose and do it with some force so you feel the stomach pulling slightly inwards towards your spine. Breathe in and out 30 times. Take slow and deep breaths. After you have taken 30 breaths, and focus on counting them, you should not only feel more relaxed, but more centered. Your body will also be able to continue breathing in this manner without you even focusing on it. And that, my friend, is a good way to relax. Continue with your normal day. Do these steps again if you need to with the breathing, but the breathing really does help. I hope you will relax. I hope this video was relaxing, and I hope you'll relax for the rest of your day, and may God bless you.